Welcome, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to we hit this back. Welcome to my live. The one and only, the underrated darkness. See the time JT birthday dinner and conversation. Join in. What's good, family? Let me move this on the way here. It's on the way here. It's going down tonight. We're gonna talk about some things, but let me get this out the way. Again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. If you want to get in contact with me, you're truly Jerry Thomas on my Facebook page. I just posted my food in there, so you want to go check it out. Go check it out. It's Jerry Thomas. Also, JT MVP, Thinking for Ourselves, all in caps. That's my Facebook group. Also, my Twitter account, all in caps, at JT Blackman44, and my Instagram account, lower caps, The Underrated Darkness. Also, the Underrated Sports Show, do it tomorrow on this channel, Underrated Sports Show, with my brother Steve Stay Sleep. Sheep Stay Sleep. Also subscribe to my brother. After that, we're gonna break down everything. I know you haven't seen me, but my things happen. So guys, break down everything. So look out for us tomorrow. I don't know what time it is. Usually we have it 7, depends. But we're gonna be on it tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Also, I'm gonna be doing live on the midterm elections of our perspective. So most likely I'm gonna have like different people on the panel. We're gonna talk about different things, what happened in the community in different parts of this USA. So stay tuned for that. Right? So watch out for that, God's will. So let's see what else. Again, my birthday was just past Monday. I had to celebrate. I really want to. So at first I wasn't going to cook. I was going to wait. I was still going to do a live, but I was going to get stuff from outside. Then I was going to chop it up with y'all like I always do, like every Sunday. But I started the tradition, and like I said, it's going to be sometimes on Sundays I ain't going to be going to cook, but I'm still going to do lives. We're going to chop it up and everything, right? Now, I know you see the food and everything. Let me switch back here. Welcome. Will Magic Man, thank you very much. Now I ain't bake no cake. I ain't bake a cake, but I did I did my own creative dessert that I always do. So we're waiting for some more people to come in. I'm coming, fam. Just want to check out a few things. But I hope everybody today is doing fine. No doubt, waiting for some more people to come in. Living Soul Journey. Thank you very much appreciated. Thanks for the comment, Living Soul Journey. I can send that later on. Ain't no rush and everything. But I want to thank y'all so much. I'm waiting for 2 or 3 more people to come in so I can show you my food. At first, I wasn't gonna do a dessert. I was gonna bake cake, but I didn't feel like it because the stuff I really wanted didn't have. So I did. You know me. The darkness always create, no matter what. So got it in the fridge, got it in the freezer, waiting to worry about that. You know, definitely that's so I'm trying to wait for 2-3 more people before I show my food so we can get this conversation going. Anybody want to come on the panel? Let me know. You know, my first time doing this. Let me know. Work with me here and stuff. So, see, I was waiting for. Let me see. 1, 2. All right. All right. Press 1. Y'all want to see my food right now? Press 1 right now. I got it. They'll look out for me. I got to get more than 4 ones. I got to get more than 4 ones. Thank you. Let's get the ones up, family. I need 4 ones. That's 1. Let's go. That's 2, 3. Let's go. 4. Let me get 1 more. 5. There you go. Now I'm gonna show you my food. I'm gonna break it down. Oh, let me get the ones. Yeah. Let me get these ones, baby. Let me get these ones. All right. Hold on, family. All right. I got it. Okay, I'm gonna show you right now. This is homemade mac and cheese that I always do. This is jerk whole chicken. I cut it up. This is homemade. This is homemade candy yams. Little cinnamon on it. My little sauce on it. And this is homemade. This is homemade potato salad. Hold on, family. I forgot to put some on this. Hold on, family. Oh yeah, I gotta show y'all the drink too. Y'all just don't be playing. Not the chefing up in the kitchen. I be chefing up information. I guarantee my thing is precise. Whatever I do, I'm gonna show this again. Bang. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Man, not my neck. This is my New York. Bang. All right. Now I'm gonna show you what I did on the potato salad. I add celery flakes on it. See how beautiful it came out? I meant to do that earlier, but it's okay. Give y'all a good look. All right. That's my birthday. That's my birthday birthday dinner. Thank you. Kato, what's good, family? What's good? We'll take a little square of this. Let me say my prayers. Amen. I haven't eaten all day. Oh, family, excuse me. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to show y'all the drink. Sorry. This is homemade tea with vanilla extract, lemon extract with some brown sugar, and I add this E&J brandy to it, and it come out good. You know, you don't have to add a lot, but it's my birthday. I do it. A birthday week. I do what I want. So this is to y'all. Damn, that shit is good as a motherfucker. Damn, it's good as a motherfucker. No, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. No doubt. Yeah, I'll be doing my thing, man. I'll be doing that. Yeah, hit the like button. Subscribe to the brother and subscribe each other in the chat too. Let me know how the food look. Let me know. Damn. I'll be putting my foot up in this moment. It's good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And also, brothers, you could do this too. You could do this too. So, sisters, you know, support the brothers that know how to cook. And now the ones who came in new, let me explain why I do this. I do this to encourage fellowship within our people. Let's bring the family unit back. Let's talk to our kids. Grown up talk among each other. This is also good. Like we go on, like we have dating. If you're dating, you cook a nice meal for them and everything, brothers or sisters, and it's good. And then you can make up your own drink like I did. You know, it's all about conserve, right? Conserve. Keep the prices down. Keep the budget on the limit. And then at the same time, it's good food. I did the chicken. I did the chicken, let it marinate overnight. I did the potato salad. That was done because you know potato salad tastes better when it's cold. So it's better to make it the night before. So when you want to eat today, it tastes very good. Recommend that. They always make potato salad. I'm saying it don't have to be the next day, but make sure, like, if you know we're going out, you're bringing it to somebody, make sure you make it in that morning. So even you can put it in the freezer about 3 or 4 hours. Make sure a top on it, bang. But I chose be overnight because I know that I'm gonna do a lot today. So this came out very good, and the ingredients is like incorporated too. Also, I cut up the candy yam. I did that this morning. I was gonna cook it. I ain't gonna lie. It looked so good. I was gonna cook it, but I said no. Let me put it in the freezer. Excuse me. Let it marinate. And also the mac and cheese. Mac and cheese I did a little later. Excuse me. And I usually do the mac and cheese. I usually like cook it right away because it takes time, you know, to melt the cheese and the eggs and everything else. But I let it sit. I let it sit, let it marinate, and it came out very good. So time consuming plus it's time consuming is very important when you cook it. So I want to rest. I want to rest a little bit. Take me a little nap. So I slow cook it. So I can, you know, I can give me a little nap. And at the same time, I be up, you know, so y'all can, you know, so I can celebrate my birthday with y'all. You know what I mean? Gotta think when you cook. Now people don't understand. You cannot just time consume. You gotta think. So that's what the darkness did. All right. All right. Okay. Yo, D Love 1000. What's good, bro? Let me hit the like button. I'm gonna show you my food. I'm gonna show you my food. The one who came in late. Press one, you see it. I'm going to explain it. And the ones who already see it, don't even worry about it. I got you. This is homemade mac and cheese, D-Love, Queen Sandra Brown. This is homemade. This is homemade mac and cheese, homemade candy yam. This is jerk. This is whole jerk chicken. I cut it up. This is mashed. This is I'm sorry, mashed chicken. This is homemade potato salad with celery flakes on it, and the drink right there is tea. I put lemon and vanilla extract, and then I add on E&J brandy. So that's how I do. All right, gonna be more people coming. I do the same thing too. Usually I do it once, 2 or 3 times, and that's it. But Trey X, what's going on? Let me know y'all see it and everything. No, thank you so much, sister. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sandra Brown. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. Yo, QTA2, what's good, fam? This is my man from the Bay. Darkness family, big. They represent. Well, I gotta go at it again. I got to see it again. What's good, D-Love 3000? She stay sleep. Thank you for coming. Neural Lip, thank you for coming. I got to show it again. Got to show it again. Got to show it again. I don't mind. Usually I show it 2 or 3 times, and that's it. But today my birthday, whatever. So the ones who came in, press 1. Y'all already seen it, all right? Y'all let me know that, all right? Thank you. Here we go again. Here we go again. Homemade. This is homemade right here. Homemade potato salad with celery flakes, mac and cheese, homemade. Right here, candy yams, homemade. Right here, jerk chicken, all that. And the drink is my own creative iced tea with little brown sugar, vanilla and lemon extract, and with a little E&J brandy. There it is. I probably, the ones who came in, I probably saw like 2 more times, and after I'm not showing them no more. The ones who come in late, y'all just gotta catch it when you just gotta catch it on it. Yeah, that's jerk chicken, homie. Yeah, that's jerk chicken. That's how I do. Yeah, you know that's how I do. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, she stay sleep. Thanks for remind. I said it again. I want y'all tomorrow is going down. The Underrated Sports Show with my brother, She Stay Sleep. We're gonna recap the NBA championship. We're gonna do that. So stay tuned for that. All right, family. It's gonna be on my channel with my brother, She Stay Sleep, the co-host. So I want to see this. I want y'all to come back tomorrow. It's going down. Subscribe to everybody. Subscribe to yours truly, the Underrated Darkness. Get them lights up. Thank you very much, family. Hit this one back. But if anybody want to come on the panel, feel free. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna do it like this. But I do want to talk about what's going on, bro. But I do want to.
What's up, bro?
I'm good. How you feel?
Man, I'm chilling. What's going on, bro?
Man, I'm just, you know how big bro do. I'm just trying to live it up, live it to another day, prepare this food for the family. I want something on my birthday with my family. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's not all about me. I'm a young 52 and stuff like that. I don't know why people calling me, not answering it. They just have to wait. But I just, just want to do this and everything. So, but like I said, I'm a young 52 and stuff like that. But there's one thing that I do want to talk about, and I'm glad. That's why I tell you to come to the panel. That we're gonna get back to the good things in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: that election is coming up. The midterm election is coming up, family. And I urge the people on the chat, especially, to please listen to this. That there's a lot of things that's happening within our community that I've been checking out throughout the week. Talking about the voting registration. I'm talking about the pat down And that one, the CIA, she working closely with Crush 45. Especially women and men too, but the women need to pay attention to this. And we under attack. But I know there's some people on YouTube. We say, "Yo, we under attack and everything." Listen, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that we got to be key of the real fights. We cannot think of phantom fights no more because it's not happening. It's not getting it done. If we're going to mobilize as a people, each of us got to be on one side, one mind, one mindset, and one sight. And so I urge, if you have kids that up in age, talk to them about what's going on. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I know people are going to try to shelter them. You can't shelter what's going on. Okay? And also some of our people is down with the oppressed too. So, excuse me. So we got to have these conversations. It goes for me too. It definitely goes for me too. So I urge y'all in the chat, my family, check out wherever you live at. I'm talking about city, state, nationwide. Because little by little, they trying to shove us on the corner and act like they don't see us. So I urge y'all to read between the lines. It's very important. All right, my brother, what you think what I just said?
I mean, I totally agree. You know, we definitely got to get on board with each other just as a people. We gotta all, you know, I said this on my live stream before, but you know, and I got this concept from Angry Man. So shout out to Angry Man, but we have to get away from the rugged individualism where thinking is just about, you know, us as individuals. Because at the end of the day, this government is not ran by one individual.
Right.
It's ran by a collective of people with the same goals in mind. And that's what we need to be as Black people. That's the only way our situation is going to truly change. Because even if I was to get rich and be able to move out of wherever I live, or, you know, be able to provide a better life for my children, they're still going to suffer the ills of this system called white supremacy, regardless to the fact that, you know, I could put them in a better school or whatever. Because at the end of the day, that doesn't stop the system.
Right.
So it takes a collective to combat this problem, just like it takes a collective for this system to work. You know, because everybody like to complain about the police, but the police is just one part of white supremacy.
Right.
What about the legislature? Like you always talk about, what about the policies and the laws that's put into effect that allow the police to do what they do? You know, then look at the food, then look at the jobs. So it's a collective of things, and it's ran by different people. And this is what we have to understand as Black people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have to understand that we got to get on board as a collective. And the first thing we must get on board with as a collective is first knowing that we're all Black and we're all in the same predicament, whether we're poor or rich. We're still going to be victims of the system, whether we're poor or rich.
Yep.
You know, T.I.'s a very rich man, but they just arrested him in his own goddamn housing in his own neighborhood.
Yeah.
You see, so it's going to take a collective. It's going to take a collective, man. And it starts with all of us being Black first. Not us being men and women first, black first. Because before you a man, you black. Because when they categorize us, they don't categorize us as men. They categorize us as black men.
Right.
They categorize our women, not as women, as black women.
Right.
So we must understand that. We must understand that. We cannot combat this thing as individuals. Because regardless, the system is not ran by individuals. This is why I did a stream a while back, and I think you was on the panel where I said, should we be pro-black or black first?
Yeah, I was, right. I remember that.
And this is why I did that. Because a lot of us that are pro-black hate black people. But we just don't like to admit, the truth. And that's what I do, So we got to be black first.
Yeah.
Black first. Before anything else. Before you a woman. That's why it makes no sense for our women to deal with the feminist movement, because that's not for black women.
No. Yeah.
That's for white women. It's not for women. It's for white women. You see, that's what it was created for. So we just got to remember that, man. Black first.
Black first. Yeah.
Fuck being pro-black. Anybody could be pro-black. Anybody could be in favor for black people. You got to be black first. Fuck being pro-black.
Yeah. Now I tell you like this, I'm gonna be straight up, my brother, because you know me. Sometimes I don't have no filter when I say it, and I'm not taking it back. When I wash my ass, I look at myself, I'm black. We come from people that ancestry have paid the price that we black. And for me, we let an outside elite telling us what our identity is. That's why I always stress about legislation. I always stress about policy. I always stress about to get to know our culture correctly. Excuse me. But a lot of these fools on YouTube, now I'm talking about y'all here, y'all good in the chat. But a lot of these fools that ain't understanding what the darkness is saying. But I'm saying, like, I give you a case in point. I never shared this, but I'm gonna share it with y'all, even including you, brother. This was at the time I was Jehovah's Witness. I was living with my mother and father. That's what my second oldest brother. I always talk my second oldest brother. I always talk about. In fact, I talked to him earlier. Was he, make sure I'm all right. He just moved with my great-great-grandmother at the time. Okay, he said, "Let's go." We was in book study, and so we left. And he said, "Let's walk into the store. I'll buy you a hero." He said, "I'll buy you 2 heroes, one for tonight, and one for go to school." I said, "All right, cool. Let's pop." So we walk in. Everything was good and everything. Man, let me get through this. We walked up to this place named Canals. Now, Canals, anybody don't know, I live in the turn. That's 1/4 of my life, 3/4 of my life, I live in the turn. So anybody living around the turn, they know what they do. When I say Canals, that's an A-Rad spot right on Cumberland Street, right on Green Avenue. It's a park right across the street. So we went in there. They know our family for a very long time. And they say, "You got to wait to make the hero." I said, "What do you mean?" It was a robbery, right? So after the robbery was going on, everything, he said, "We can make it for you, but you got to come on." So we walked out and waited. So all of a sudden, I'm talking about vans and cars came from nowhere. They came straight to us, and so everyone said, "No, that's not them." So they went to the corner and pointed to the people that they the one robbed us. Go get them. We know they family. They don't do nothing like that. They threw my oldest brother on the ground, and they threw me, my face. Now, my brother never been through like searching. I've been through it, so I know the protocol and stuff like that. So at the time, I was looking at it. I said, yo, I said, officer, you know, they down up there around the corner. Once you get us, shut the F up. My brother said, shut the F up. So my brother, younger brother, my second brother, he was crying. But they had a gun right in my head. They had a gun in my spine. They had a gun in my nuts. They had two shit right here. If I sneezed, I would have been dead. They had guns on my brother too. And I feel when they press, it was like a prick was like going in my skin. But I noticed that my second brother was crying. I said, yo, bro, don't cry. Just be calm. And I was like, oh, you a little black side. And a lot of people was like, yo, at the end of the day, you're black. Doesn't make a difference. But I explained this before. I explained this. Why I'm telling this is why, because sometimes we lose. Sometimes we lose our own identity as being black. And like I said before, it was not the first time the cops had pulled me over and put a gun in my face. Okay, but of that part, my brother seen it. So my second brother seen it. So when I explained to him, he getting what I said. I'm not saying that nothing happened to him with cops, because it did, but it wasn't all that graphic. It had happened to me even before. So these poor blacks out here, they don't mean nothing. They don't care you got a good job. They don't care if you go to the store. They don't care nothing about that. At the end of the day, you are black. Be proud you black. Be proud what you come from. Be proud of our history. And understand, like I always say, that our history is diverse. Embrace that. And so, my brother, it's not just one day I think about that. Now, they didn't come to find out, when they finally go get these guys, they could never get them. And they shoved me. So after that, my brother said, walk me easy. Well, I don't need nobody to walk me up, because like I said, learn about the Black Panthers. You know, when you deal with the law enforcement, and they call them pigs back then, you got to walk within the crowd. So I already knew the protocol. So I was walking with the no, bro. Stay with me. No. Walk with the pro. So that's what happened. Because it was three of them was following. I said, so I look back, I ain't say nothing. And so when we was walking down Fulton, as you know, my brother, towards Carlton, I make that right. And I walked down. It was actually, people was like, why are you bothered? Don't even say nothing. Don't. So it was mingled. So I'm not to mingle with the crowd. And they walk a few feet and they laugh and they left. And I never forget my brother, my old second, he said, why you didn't cry? Because I'm used to it. We're immune to it. It's not the first time. But why didn't come? Why didn't you tell mom and daddy? I don't need to. Because I understand the protocol that the Black Panthers had shown when I was younger. But it's so sad that you still got these fools on YouTube and act like talking all this Indian or Asian or whatever the bullshit is. But you refuse to identify that you black. You identify what the climate means to be black. And so I want to share that, you know, ain't no joke. So when the darkness talk, trust and believe. Most of the time I've been through it, or I see somebody been through it. I knows what I'm talking about. I'm not saying I'm right all the time, but blood, trust, and believe, 90%, I'm right. I know what I'm talking about. You can go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. A lot of people, you know, they use YouTube as an escape. You know, they think that they can use this to escape reality, but when they walk outside that goddamn door, they know that they niggas.
Mm-hmm.
They niggas to the police, they're niggas to their boss, you know. So at the end of the day, they could talk all that they want to, but The proof is in the actions. The proof is in how people treat us. You could say whatever the hell you want to say you are, but the popular consensus is we niggas, and that's how they going to continue to treat us until we collectively come together and show the world otherwise. That's what's important, you know. And a lot of us, you know, a lot of us is not really focused on that. A lot of us think if we go and change our status that, you know, they're gonna treat you better some kind of way, and we all know that that's not true.
Yeah,
you know, that's not true at all, because they don't pull you over. They don't pull you over because you identify as being Aboriginal or whatever you want to call yourself. They pull you over because when they look in your car, they see a nigga. So no matter what you tell them, you identify yourself to be, the popular consensus is you a nigga. So that's what we need to deal with. We need to deal with reality and stop dealing with this escapism, because that's what that shit is. That's a form of escapism. To put on some facade that you not what the world see you as. You know, and you know, and especially us men, we got to stop living in a false reality. Because at the end of the day, the other men of the world, they don't respect us because they see us as niggas. Period.
Exactly. Yo, shout out to Nerd, shout out to Information Man. Yo, that's what I'm saying. That good looking out. She say, Steve. No, yo, any trolls? Good looking out. Information Man. No trolls up in this piece. Get them out. Get them out. Ain't going down like that. And at the same time, too, we have to learn to work with each other, too. No matter what, see, that's how I told people that, yo, we always talk about status because sometimes status, most of the time status, keep us divided. Instead of we think as one, we think of individual. And when we think of individual, that's when we get into trouble. That's when we lose the sight of mobilize us as a people. And that's the point that I emphasize every time that I do a live or I do a video. We got to think as one. And we got to understand white supremacy, because I got to say this, and brother, I want you to go on that too. You know I say this too. And even Information Man too, hear it too. I always say this. The elite, I lost my thought. Okay, I got it. White supremacy doesn't work, it's not all about Europeans no more. There are different nationalities has practiced this going on for a long time. They even put legislation. I'm talking about globally now, family. They become part of the elite. And they start pushing these devilish ideas, analogies, legislation, and all that in one. So we have to contribute. So we have to understand that too. And I think that sometimes some of us as a people, we refuse to talk about, we refuse to put that in that category or put that in that conversation. We lose sight on that. I never lose sight on that. Because the way I look at it like that, I don't care you a Pink Panther. I don't care you a Wiener Boy. I don't care you a drunkity drunk. If I don't care, you a purple pad boy. If you practice white supremacy, I don't want to have no parts with you. And we have to understand that. It's in visual. I always tell people, visual never lie. Never turn your head from it. It's out there. And if you only have to know, just look at Orange Crush 45. Look at the crowds. It's a rainbow of racists. And who do you think they want to impress? Us. Because they do not think individually. They think collectively. And the sad thing about it, it's working. But Orange Crush 45, he using them like a violin. Because see, when you see, people understand, when you play the violin, you play for those notes. And after you finish them notes, it's gone. And that's how he did, that's how he's tricking these people. But the good thing about it, there's a small percentage is waking up, but it's not enough. And us as a people, we got to deal with that. Let's think about that, bro.
Give me a second, bro.
All right. But let me look at the chat and everything. Information man, thanks for coming. Shady Cat 73, thank you. Let me read. So True Puerto Rico had gotten a wake-up call. Far as their government has seen them. But it was, yo, I'm sure. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Let me see. Doggone it. I said QA2. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, family. It's very much chocolate, my sis. Thanks for coming. Man, Living Soul Journey. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm 52 younger. Yeah, I'm 52. I probably look good. I know I look good, but sometimes them aches and pains coming like woo. Trust me, but thanks for the compliment. BJ, thank you so much. Quest COG, thanks for coming. My nephew, Trey X, thanks for coming. Gabe Talk Media, thanks for coming. Support the brother, support everybody. Support, subscribe, and like to the people in this chat. D-Love 1000, support the brother. Got some great information. Deals with video, also Lifetime. Deal with that. I mean, check that out. And Queen Sandra Brown. But appreciate. I'm humble. Thanks for coming. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. I totally agree. Totally agree, man. I agree with everything you just touched on. And it's very important that, we see things in the right light. We got to stop fooling ourselves, man. And what we got to do is, we got to stop playing the blame game, even with white people. And I'm saying that because if we stay stuck playing the blame game, we won't get right with ourselves. We won't do what we need to do for us.
Yep.
We already know the issue. If we know that we living in a fucked up system that oppresses us the most, and that's niggas, black people, if we know that the system oppresses us the most, then stop worrying about, stop focusing on every little isolated incident and focus on getting right with your people. You see, this is why I stress the heal before you build concept.
Yes.
Because we need to heal and mend our relationships with each other. Mm-hmm. Because not only is the system, screwing our minds up, but it screwed our minds up to the point where we can't get along with ourselves. We can't work with each other. You see? Because the people who control this system, they're different. It's different classes of people. It's not just one class of people, but they all identify as one class, which is white. So whether they're Jewish, whether they're, whether they're Russian, no matter what they are, they all come together to keep a certain group of people oppressed, which is us. And they know that. Because that's why we're the biggest consumers of bullshit. Because they keep us suppressed so much that when we do get money, the first thing we want to do is go buy us a trinket to make ourselves feel good. See, they understand the psychology of what happens when you suppress somebody. So they know how we're going to respond. Yeah. But we're not focused on how we responded to each other. Yeah. And how we're helping that system and fueling that system because we're not getting our shit together. We're not getting it together with ourselves. We talk about a lot of things on YouTube we speak about. It's hard for us to do, not because of the white supremacist system. It's because the relationships that's lacked between us as Black people. Yep. Period. Yep. Point blank, period. Now, I know a lot of people may say, well, if we get together and start doing this, then they'll just come and kill us. Well, let's wait and see if that's going to happen. Let's try to get it together first before we talk about what they're going to do to us. And if we going to fucking die for unifying, then why not die together? You see, when they went and bombed Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they burned down that whole community. Them people died together. So if they are going to do that, why shouldn't we die that way? Yeah. Why shouldn't we die revolting against the system in a progressive way? How do you think we learned about Black Wall Street? How do you think we learned about the Black Panthers? How do you think we learned about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X? Because it was a concerted effort. The things that those people got accomplished, they got help from the people. And this is why it was effective. This is why Malcolm had to be assassinated. This is why Martin Luther King had to be assassinated. Because of the people that he riled up. He gathered up thousands and thousands of people. Now, if it was just him by himself, they could have found a way to get him up out of there by himself. Right. They didn't have to kill him. But you know why they killed him in front of the people? To scare the people. To say, listen, if you try to rally up your folks, we're going to assassinate you, nigga. And then for the next 10, 20 generations, y'all are going to be afraid to stand up and rally the people because y'all going to think about Martin Luther King. Yep. Y'all going to think about Malcolm X. Yep. You see? So they're playing the psychology game here. Right. And we got to understand that too. Yep. That's what warfare is. Warfare and war strategies is mental. So this is why they assassinate our leaders in front of us. This is why they portray our leaders high on drugs and all that shit in front of us. To make us feel some type of way, to make us say, man, I'm not even dealing with that shit because I'm going to end up getting killed. Yep. Why do you think most Black people don't go into politics? They don't want to be murdered. Yep. Because if they get a simple community, let's say I run for councilman in Brooklyn, and I have 5,000-10,000 people rallying and pushing for me, and I start making certain changes in the neighborhood. It's a possibility I could be murdered.
Yep.
And guess what? I not only could be murdered by my own people, but them too.
Yep.
But they can easily get one of my people to murder me because of jealousy. They know we jealous of one another. So when one black man come up and you ain't pull up another black man with you, that's going to make that dude say, man, this nigga got to go. He making all this money. He got all this power. Let's kill him.
Mm-hmm.
See, the people know that. Them people know that. They know that's the way anybody would think. It's not just black folks. That's psychology 101. They know that. So they don't even have to kill us no more. They could get one of our own people to do it.
Right.
Because they know how the mind works.
Right. Exactly. And go more on your point. If you notice, I always talk about the psychology of when they make these laws and these legislation. We always talk about the psychological. That's a good point, but we refuse to understand of their psychology when they make these oppressors or keep on oppressing us. That why they're keeping us down for centuries. I mean, for generations. And sometimes I get it. That's when I bring it up in the past, and even right now, that some people refuse to understand that. But you better understand. I'm not talking about the ones in the chat. I'm talking about the ones outside now. You better understand psychology, how they make these or to keep on pressing us. How they have these racial loopholes keep on throwing at us. It's not blowing in the wind. It's not just emotional. It's a psychological. It's the mindset. And I always emphasize that, my brother, and even people in the chat, because these are premeditated sick people that we're dealing with. But you know the scary thing about it, as you already know, my brother, these are the ones. Now I'm talking about the global elite now. These are the ones that enforcing to oppress us as a people and even humanity, poor people. And sometimes we don't talk about that. I know, brother, you know I talk about it. Few people, they know I talk about it, but we don't talk about that. And you know what it is? And then just go right there. Oh, I should have. Too late. They got you.
Exactly.
Yeah. To me personally, that's frustrating. That some of us don't get that.
Nah, we don't get it because it goes even deeper with psychology. They keep us focused on other things. You see, they keep us focused on other things to where we can't focus on the real issue.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when I first got conscious of things, you know what a lot of older people used to tell me? Oh, you shouldn't worry about that. You need to just worry about going to work and living life.
Yeah.
That shows that people are programmed.
Yeah.
Why you think they keep us programmed with the daily routine? Get up, brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, go to work, go to lunch, smoke a cigarette, drink coffee, go back to work, go home, make your kids go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts from when you were a kid. Go to bed at a certain time, you wake up, you go to school. Then when you get older, you wake up, you go to work. Why do you think this is a routine that was created?
Yeah.
This is a systematic routine that everybody plays a part in.
Yep.
But see, the only people who follow that routine are the poor people. Mm-hmm. Because the wealthy motherfuckers could wake up when they ready. Mm-hmm. They could go to work when they're ready. We're not talking about rich people. We're talking about wealthy people.
That have capital.
People, right. The people who are in charge of the land and the places that these corporations are housed in. Mm-hmm. We talk about these people. They could wake up when they ready. They could vacation whenever they want.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? They are outside of the daily routine. This is why they spend all their time keeping us programmed to stay stuck in the routine way of living, because that's how they make their money. They make their money off slavery, just like they did back in the goddamn day. It's the same shit today. Mm-hmm. Same shit. They make money off slaves. And who do you think the working class people are? Why you think there's no more middle class? They got rid of the middle class because a lot of those niggas who was middle class start thinking that they were white. Mm-hmm. So once they got rid of the middle class and got rid of a lot of jobs and start taking away all types of insurance and shit from these middle class people, now they living just like the nigga on welfare. Now the nigga making 50, 60,000 a year. He want food stamps now. Mm-hmm. When 10 years ago, if you was making $50,000, $60,000 a year, you was considered middle class. Yep. You know, that's when you could have cable in your house and order pay-per-view all the time. And them people can't live like that no more. Mm-hmm. They can't live like that no more. Mm-hmm. They barely making it, just like the niggas who making 30,000 a year. Mm-hmm. And why do you think they got rid of that? They got rid of that because they wanted to get rid of that mindset that, oh, I'm close to these people, so I'm gonna act like these people. Yep. No, you're not. That's why they got rid of the middle class. Mm-hmm. They got rid of it. Now there is no middle class. There is no middle ground. None. Either you elite or you a peasant. Yep. Period. There's no in the middle anymore. Right, exactly. So all the niggas who was making that in the middle amount of money, that $50,000 to $80,000 a year, them niggas is living poor now. You go to New York City, them niggas living in the slums. Yeah. They living in them inner city neighborhoods where people getting murdered every day. Yeah. They had to move out them houses they was living in upstate, living in Westchester, because they can't afford it no more. Yeah, and go more on your point, brother. And a lot of them are college graduates. They got that 4 or 5 degrees, and they still living on. They still got to move back in the hood. Exactly. A lot. And see, this is what those type of people don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about how they done got their wake up call about the school myth. If I have a degree, I'm supposed to make this amount of money because I went to school for 7 years. Mm-hmm. That shit is over with. Done. It's over. Especially for black people. Yeah. Do you know how many black men who have degrees that work at McDonald's, that work at the gas station? Why? Because they won't let your black ass make copies for them and they corporations. They don't want to let black people up in there like that. Yeah. I know. The ones that made it, mm-hmm. Man, they 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Matter of fact, brother, I know a guy personally. I'm not gonna say his name. Cool brother. He got 3 PhDs. You know what kind of job he had? He's an intern manager at Wawa. Hear me out, family. He got 3 different types of PhDs. 3.
and he's an intern manager at Wawa. So what me and Chief Say Steve was talking about, it's not just happening like regional or county to county. This happened all over, and it's been going on for a very long time. So when are we as a people going to get a grip of this, to learn to change our mindset, and to break out this stigma that we have, that if we program doing this, that we gonna get ahead. But if you notice, wherever I'm talking about us as a people, wherever we get ahead, you notice the elite always change the outlook. No, pardon. Let me rewind that back. They change the rules. Now it's not just us no more. Now it's poor people. And we got to talk about that.
Right.
It's not a guarantee that you're going to school, that you're going to get that job, whatever major you take, about 4, 5, 6 years. The sad thing about it, you might get a data entry job in the hospital, mopping floors and clean walls. And even that's not a given.
Exactly. And see, what we need to do as a people is, if we all understand that, we need to come together and get with those guys that you talking about. This dude got 3 PhDs. Why isn't there a group of men around him learning and pulling from him outside of his job? But see, you know how niggas think, and this is our problem. I ain't listening. That nigga don't know nothing. He work at Wawa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That nigga don't know nothing. He work at Wawa. They don't even know he got 3 PhDs.
Mm-hmm.
How this nigga don't know something? He got 3 PhDs. See, people forget that somebody got to give you a job. A job is not guaranteed or promised to anyone.
Yeah.
Unless you're creating your own job. And
right.
See, we're not taught that as Black people. Every other class of people, they teach their children to create jobs, not go and get a job. See,
right.
we thought, oh, I'm gonna go get me a degree and then I'm gonna come out of school and make $20 an hour. Right. Says who, nigga? Says you?
Mm-hmm.
Says you, nigga? So because you went to school, you think I'm supposed to pay you $20 an hour. When I could bring my nephew who sit at home and smoke weed all day and give him your job and say, fuck your degree. And what you think these companies do?
Yeah.
What you think they do? You got a goddamn administrative degree and they sitting here paying some hippie weed head white boy $15 an hour to do your job. And he got a goddamn GED. This is what they doing. This is how they're replacing us. But back to my point, we have to get around those guys, like the guy that work at Wawa, to help him to use his knowledge, and we help each other create or start building an infrastructure for Black men. So we could go out and provide for our families. You see? Because that's what the other motherfuckers did. What you think the Italians do and the Russians do on the construction sites? They make their sons and their nephews foremans. Yeah. This motherfucker don't know he barely know how to goddamn unscrew a nail, but he making $25 an hour. But we don't do that to each other. First thing we'll say, I ain't hiring no niggas. First thing we'll say, we'll find a reason not to hire a Black man. But then complain about the employment problem. You see what I'm saying? If this dude got 3 PhDs, find out what he specializes in. I'm pretty sure it's something that we could create from. Mm-hmm. But if we still looking at each other in a condescending way, it's never gonna work. And we gonna stay slaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Period. Exactly. We gonna stay slaves.
Gonna stay slaves, yeah. Let's get them likes and them views up, family. And share this. Very much appreciated. Shout out to my other nephew, Mike Biggs Boxing. John Doe. My salute to you, brother. I want to say this too. You already know She Stay Sleep. He the one that gave me the name World-Rounded Chef. Chef JT. He the one gave me the name Chef JT. I just took it to the next level. So I want to give you a knowledge that John Doe, welcome back. Glad to see you and stuff like that. Now, before we continue, who wants to see my dessert? Let's get the ones up. All right, that's 1. I need 5. That's 2, 3. 2 more. Give me 1 more. All right, give me 1 more. There it is. I'll be right back, family. Let me change this. Yeah. But if anybody had questions that we talk about in the chat, feel free. You know, I'm gonna start doing that often. That I'm gonna start having different people coming on Sundays or sometimes, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna have fun and stuff like that. Well, here is. Damn, knocking shit over already. Okay. It's not all that, but it's creative. This is vanilla bean ice cream with mini blueberry muffins. See that, family? That's what the darkness do. Brothers, you could do that. Give it to the nice young lady. If she a good one, she will enjoy this. You could feed it to each other and all that. You could and also you could do other things with it. You know what I mean. We all growing up in here. You know, you could dip it up. Now let me shut up. I ain't gonna get I'm going to behave myself here. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But the perfecter, welcome to the chat, welcome family, and I want you to support She Stay Sleep TV. Subscribe and like to the brother. Subscribe to everybody. Automatically go subscribe and like to the one and only underrated Darkness. Brother, I want to ask you a question. What you think about the music of today?
I think the music of today is generally, jacked up, but it's not the people who's making the music fault. I think it's a system issue. Mm-hmm. Everything is a result of the issue. Everything that's an issue for us is a result of the system. And the system have created the youth that we have today. Just like it helped create us and our parents and their parents and their parents. It's just a recycling thing. So just like our parents, they listened to love music because they grew up in a time where the system allowed us to push love. So now the music is destructive because they're using the music as a tool to help us destroy ourselves. This is why the real violent artists, the artists who push heavy drug use, this is why they're at the forefront. It's a system thing. We just got to understand that. We got to stop blaming these kids. It's not these kids' fault, because these kids just want to make money and try to put their family in a better position. Right. They don't understand that they're a product of the system. They don't understand that their environments that they live in is a product of the system. They don't understand that. You see, they don't understand that. They don't understand that talking about shooting other people from other neighborhoods is destructive to their people, because they making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, and they moving out their destructive ass neighborhood. Yeah. So we like to talk about, you know, the dudes from Chicago who pushing this drill music, but the guys like Chief Keef, the guys like Little Durk, who got out of Chicago for rapping about destruction and killing other black men, what do you think these other little guys coming up behind them gonna do? Shit, I'm gonna make a song about killing the next nigga from my block too if I could get paid $1 million. Shit, why can't I talk about it? Then I could take me and my family out of this. See, we gotta understand it's a systematic thing. We gotta stop blaming the kids, man. It's not the kids. It's the system. It's the system. And the less we understand the system, the more we just gonna keep blaming each other. And that's what they really want. They want us to hate the youth and to blame the youth, when it's not the youth fault. You know, it's not the youth fault, man. It's the system. It's the system, man. And that's what we got to understand. They using the music as another weapon. That's all they doing. Why do you think Future is every new artist that you hear talking about lean, promethazine, codeine, popping Percocets and all that type of stuff? These young dudes that's 16, 17, they grew up listening to Future. Future got rich off of talking about heavy drug usage. Yeah, and this nigga don't even do drugs.
No, he don't.
He don't even smoke weed. You see? You see how they pull the okie doke on niggas? But Future knew, if this is what I rap about, this is what I can get rich off of. See? So he don't understand that it's systematic either. He really don't understand it. Because if he did, he would change up his music now, because he rich now. Right. So he could turn around and rap about something different and teach these kids that this is not the way to go. You see what I'm saying? This is why you got these young dudes dying at 17 years old of Xanax, of overdosing off Xanax. Because guys like Future and all these other guys made it popular to pop Xanax, to pop Percocets, Molly Percocets. They made it cool, man. So it's a system, man. The system is just using our music to destroy us, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I think one thing about, stop talking about, well, I ain't gonna talk about just hip hop. I'm talking about our popular music. We not the gatekeepers of our music anymore. I remember back in the time, even like before I was born, it was still slave music. I'm talking about the 20s and the 30s. They talk about us and everything, but it was still some people, some of our people. We was like, no, we're not gonna let them talk about us like that. It used to be gatekeepers. Even like you got Ray Charles. And I'm not talking, everybody talking about the Quincy. I'm not talking about the Quincy Jones in the 70s and 80s. I'm talking about the Quincy Jones like in the 60s, the 50s, and even the 40s. These people, I don't know what's up with him right now, but these were gatekeepers
that protect the pure of our music. I'm talking about the social content. I'm not talking about other life terms. I'm talking about the social content, how we live and stuff like that. These are the people that can even we can go by comedy too. And so we don't have no more gatekeepers really no more to stand up to the system against this oppressed system of music. Even back then, we're talking about 50, 60 years ago. I give you a case in point. When Shaft came out in 71, when Isaac Hayes made this monumental soundtrack of Shaft. Now a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, Isaac just made a note." Isaac Hayes was part of Stack Records. They reported they made good music. They made hits of Sam and Dave. They wrote some hits of Booker T and the MGs, Rufus Thomas, his daughter Carla Thomas, and even Rufus Thomas. He was a DJ back in the early 50s. But I'm just giving people some history and stuff like that. But see, these are the people that are gatekeepers. So what happened? Well, get back to the story. What happened was they say that Shaq cannot be it cannot be a Grammy nominated because if they consider that was black exploitative soundtrack. But as we already know, that Shaq was topping R&B, was topping pop, alternative, whatever you name it. But Quincy Jones and others has stepped against system. You got to put him in. He make money, and it was hard. But at the same time, you know, Isaac Hayes went on, did Shaft and stuff like that. The all-time great to me, one of the all-time great soundtracks that talk about us as a people. You know, one of the underrated songwriters, one underrated musicians, one underrated producers, you name it, arrangers and stuff. A lot of people don't understand that Barry White learned something from him. That's why Barry White was like doing a lot of things of arranger, all that stuff. He got it from Isaac Hayes because Isaac Hayes had to open that door. I'm not saying it was easy for Barry White because it wasn't, but Barry White announced that he had to pay the way. And also Barry White did a soundtrack in 73. I forgot the name of it, but it wasn't really known. But it did soundtrack. But my point is this, that brother, that and the family in the chat, that these are gatekeepers. I mean gatekeepers. Gatekeepers. And they went against the system. We don't have that for the last almost 30, 40 years. I mean, almost 30 years.
That's a big point, you know, because back then, well, even still today, people pretty much make music based on what's going on in society. So that's a good point, because music, you know, they say music heals the soul. So back then, that's what they used music for. Where now our music is weaponized. You know, it's weaponized. And see what the system did. That's why the system always made sure that they got rid of the socio-political rebels that was in society at that time. That's why they locked them up or killed them. Why do you think the Chicago music is drill rap, where they kill each other because they're in opposite gangs, because the leader and the creators of those gangs are in jail forever. Larry Hoover is in jail forever. The guy who started the Black Disciples, David Barksdale, Jeff Fort. Y'all look those brothers up. They were the creators of these organizations. And these organizations were socio-political. See, they had to get Larry Hoover off the streets because Larry Hoover was trying to run for mayor of Chicago.
Yep.
And he had a whole nation of people behind him. So he was going to win the election.
Yeah.
You see? Mm-hmm. So this is why they made sure they got rid of those people, because then we get rid of those people because not only did those people have power far as numbers, but they fed the community too.
Mm-hmm. So
the poverty level, people was poor, but people got along. Mm-hmm. Black men was able to make money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is why they made sure they took these people off the streets.
Right.
Because once those people left, the people were broken. And then that's when they could weaponize us against each other. And this is why you have the gangster disciple versus the black disciple beef. Mm-hmm. This is why you have the gangs warring with each other like that in Chicago. Because all the leaders are dead or in jail.
Yeah.
This is why. This is why California was going crazy the way they was going crazy back in the early 90s and up to the mid 90s and all of that. Because the Panthers were gone.
Right.
Which started in Oakland. They were gone. Then Tupac got murdered. They went crazy. What do you think? Chicago was suffering from the same thing.
Yeah.
The lack of leadership from those guys that were there. Those guys played a part in everyday living. Mm-hmm. That's why they had so much power. Larry Hoover used to pay women rent. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is the type of things that they wouldn't allow us to do no more. This is why these kids make death music. Mm-hmm. This is why they homeboys get killed at alarming rates. Mm-hmm. This is why, because the leadership is gone. The infrastructure, the guys who was in charge of creating the infrastructure is gone.
Yeah.
Just think of it like this, bro. If you leave 5, 3, 4, and 5-year-olds at home by themselves, what the fuck you think gonna happen? They'll burn the goddamn house down.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
That's what you see in Chicago today. Kids running a city, and you wonder why so much death. Mm-hmm. There's no leadership. The parents are not home. And I'm not talking about their birth parents. We're talking about the parents who birthed their gang. Or what the government want to call a gang. They would never call themselves a gang. Yeah. They were called an organization. Mm-hmm. You see?
Yep.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it is. And you know, and go more your point though too, that and at the same time, because see, I came up from a time, like I said, I'm a 60 baby. I don't know, I forgot what they call it, but I was always around family, but it also was single fathers and single mothers, but they're always inclined with family. And I'm not saying that I would not shelter, I was sheltered of other things because I wasn't. But I always see family. I always see us, we include ourselves, no matter what. And now I talk about music now that it's like monkey see, monkey do. And now you got the music elite
they got these, you know, you got these, they got these balloon contracts, and they dangling the minimum. You know, the kid don't. I said, especially like if you got a child who really don't know economics, but he said, look, I need to get out this shit. I'm getting shot at, my family poor and stuff like that. But they dangling in. And then they end up taking it. And they come to find out they gotta finish that contract out. And even they could take for years, but their creativity is gone, their originality is gone. But where's somebody gonna help him? Or her? And any people, that's a good point you said, but they always want to blame the kids what's going on. You can't blame the kids, you can't blame people. But now you got these execs. They don't look like somebody. Some of them look like us, but majority don't look like us. These are when they make decisions to keep this destruction going. And it seems like anytime soon it's not going to stop. And so, you know, the sad thing about it, we want our fellow black men and black women to make it because we know it's hard in economics and trying to squeeze out a dollar to, you know, the buy land or the beast have something. Ball's corner, salute, nephew. But at the same time, us as a people outside now, we got to make a decision. If it's going to cause destruction that now is coming in our community, we cannot buy those records. Because if we buy them, that means that we encourage destruction. So are we going to withhold our money to put it on something else that could be constructive, or are we going to keep on giving money to some of our people, and I'm talking about the people of home that is causing destruction in our community in every level.
Well, I'm gonna say this, bro, and I understand what you're saying because you from a different era than me, you know, because you around like my mom's and my pop's age, so
right.
You know, I can understand what you mean by when you saying we shouldn't support the music, but a perfect example of what I think, you know, we should do, especially guys my age, because I'm in my 30s. I'm in my early 30s. So, you know, just a couple years ago, I still was in my 20s. So what I think we should do is what J. Cole just did with Little Pump. He sat down and had a conversation with the young brother. Because what they were doing, what J. Cole did first was he judged Little Pump based on the music that he was creating, and he actually dissed Little Pump in a song saying that type of music is destroying the youth. And he's right about that, because that's more of your point. Like, let's stop supporting that type of shit. But what I respect about J. Cole is, and this is something guys my age, because me and J. Cole's around the same age, we should do. Before we judge them, we should sit down and talk to them.
I agree. On that.
And we need to understand why they're making that music. Why are they speaking on doing the things, and why are they doing what they're doing? Why are these young men and women popping Percocets and Xanax? Why? Because all of them ain't popping it because it's cool. Some of them are really dealing with issues. You see, but if we so quick to judge them and to throw them under the bus or say don't support them, that's going to make them feel like nobody cares.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of the young dudes in Chicago feel. And me and you know that because shout out to brother Rob, he's a teacher in Chicago. He knows.
Right.
Them kids done told that brother, nobody care about me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why he's there to show them it is somebody that care, young man.
Right.
I care. I care about your life, young lady. I care about your life so much, young man, that I'm willing to walk to the goddamn dice game and throw the dice.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if we just telling these young men and women, oh, don't make that music is bad for us, we need to stop supporting that.
Right.
That puts them in a bind because you don't know why they making that music.
Right.
Just like when we hear or we heard our parents playing the OJs, we didn't know why they was playing the goddamn OJs. We used to say, I don't want to hear that. That's old people music. You see what I'm saying? So we got to stop repeating that cycle. We need to start figuring out why our parents listen to love music and only love music. Why they listen to Fight the Power. Why they listen to KRS-One. Why?
Right.
Just like we need to understand why our youth listen to Chief Keef.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So we need to have that conversation.
Right. And I think go more on your point though too. Now I'm going back in our generation. We have to learn to adapt to what's going on right now. Instead of like we just keep on, because that's a good point, because I was going to bring it up anyway. I say for me, what I do, I reach out to the kids. But I'm not saying kids. I'm talking about men, old, younger than me. And I talk to them. I engage with them. And they tell me this is the music I like because, you know, they go through a lot. You know, I don't have a father in the house. My mother works almost two jobs. My father works 2 jobs. I don't have enough money to eat lunch. I can't get lunch at school because they say my mother or my father makes too much money. We have to learn, I'm talking about my generation now, we have to understand that we got to sit down and talk to the kids and let them know that we care. And I'm not just talking about lip service. I'm talking about action. I talk like that because I'm doing it. And so they just want people to care because for me, it was some people around, but it was hardcore back then. Oh, you just go and get it and stuff like that. That was the norm when I was coming up. But was it the community at the time? Yes. Now, did they show love at a certain time? No. You take it as you get it. But see, I understand when I got older, I understand of that generation before me. That's all they knew. So us as a people, we have to learn, we have to be willing to adopt and talk to our young ones. And I'm not talking about your age, I'm talking about younger than you, and even you too. That we fail to realize that we losing out when we refuse to adopt how they feel. Because At one time, I felt that way. And that's part of reaching out to that person genuinely and constructively. Let's get them likes and the views up, family. Very much appreciated. You can go ahead, bro. I'll finish.
Yeah, man, that's key. That's key. That's very much so. You know, to go back on the programming thing, that's why, it's hard for the older generation to adapt because they caught up in their own issues.
Mm-hmm.
So and they only know what they see on the news because you're not out in the field no more.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get a certain age and you stop doing certain stuff, you lose touch of what's going on outside. So
right.
You don't understand why these kids think the way they think and feel the way they feel because you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we can never lose touch of the youth, man, because when we do that, that's when we lose them.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we lose them. And then you wonder why they join the gangs.
Mm-hmm.
They join the street organizations because the guys in the street organization understand them.
Right.
They understand where their anger comes from. They understand where their low self-esteem comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But see, a lot of us, when we get older, we lose sight of that. And we got to understand that that's by design.
Yeah.
That's by design. You see?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like, the older generation has a problem with adapting.
Yes.
Me and my pops had a conversation. And I used to tell him, when I was a little younger, like, you don't understand, Dad. And what I used to tell him? I used to tell him he was stuck in a goddamn time machine. And years later, he admitted to me when he started to pay attention. He told me, he said, son, you was right. I was stuck in a goddamn time machine.
Right.
Because I'm so caught up on me that I'm just giving my opinion about shit I don't even know about. I should actually be talking to you about it because you
right.
still, you still got boots on the ground. You still outside. You outside with the 15 and the 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
You listening to their music. You know what they going through. You see? So a lot of us, we speak on things that we really don't have much knowledge about because we out of touch.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to stop doing that. We got to stop losing touch with the youth, man. That's the only way we can properly communicate with them. We have to speak their language.
Mm-hmm.
We have to speak their language. And I'm not just talking about just saying the words to try to sound cool, but they got to actually feel it.
Right.
They gotta know. They gotta know you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they listen to you. That's what'll make them say, all right, I'ma chill. I ain't gonna rob homeboy.
That's yeah.
Just cause you said it, I'ma give him a pass. And you don't even know you just saved somebody's life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You just saved two people's life.
Mm-hmm.
You saved the dude who was gonna get robbed and the dude who was gonna rob him. Because that young boy remember you when he was 14 and you used to tell him certain things and used to sit down and have conversations with him. And you was trying to give him game on certain shit. He remembers that. He don't forget that. See, these young boys and these young girls, they don't forget people like that.
No, they don't.
They don't forget that. When they see you, they be like, damn, I remember he used to always tell me that.
Yeah.
That's why when I come around certain young dudes from my neighborhood, I get respect. Not because I'm no gangster, but because they have a reason to respect me.
Yeah.
They have a reason to.
Yeah. You know, I had a story. I always wanted to tell this. This is around my birthday last year, brother. And it's the first time you hear it and everybody else hear it. It was this guy. I'm not going to name him, but he was into a lot of shit. When at the time, I'm talking about 2 years prior to that, I was working the bus station in downtown Newport News. And I know that nobody was not talking to him. And I talked to him one time, and he was like, "Man, I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't no money. My girl kicked me out. If I just have like $10, get to Hampton." I said, "You need $10? Here, $10. You hungry?" "Yeah." I took him across the street, 7-Eleven, get you anything you want. And I'm talking about when he was hungry. He wasn't a bum in the street or nothing. And I ain't see him no more. This back like in 2014. I see him around my birthday. I said about a week before my birthday last year, brother. He said, "Jerry, JT." Turn around. And I'm not going to say his name out of respect. I said, "Hey, what's how you doing? I just want to hear the money, give you the money back." Now, it was about $50. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. Now I'm back together with my girlfriend. You know, I remember that night you gave me. And I totally forgot about it, brother. I totally forgot about family. I said, you know, my gift is to you that I'm glad that you survived. Have that $50. And at the time, you know, it was him and his girl. But he had twins. I said, you know, hey, that $50 to spend on the twin tellers come from Uncle JT. And I never forget, he called his girl and said, "Thank you so much to help him out." And I said, "Ain't no problem." I didn't take it like, oh yeah, it's all about me. But it's all about surviving, brother. I want him to survive. And that's one of the best birthday presents I ever got. You know? I mean, to think about it like now, it's like, wow, you know? Because I took the time. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about the times that how it was about for me like 30 years ago. It's about the time right then and there. You know? And to think about it, that's what we got to do sometimes. Stop thinking about the times that we was in before and think about the time right now. He's doing good, Layla D. He's doing good. He's doing okay. Doing all right. And so that's what it's all about. That's an excellent point, brother. Because that's what we gotta do. We gotta learn to put ourselves in situations that sometimes that is uncomfortable, but at that time we save with somebody's life because you don't know what these people going through, brother. Suicide, the other things is an alarming rate. And the way how VA is, they cutting this program, they cutting that program, and they building more animal shelters. But what about that human being need to be heard? No.
Excellent point. Excellent point, bro. Excellent point, bro. And they doing it all over, man.
Yeah.
They doing it all over. you know, and that's because the value of life now for a human being ain't worth shit, man.
Nothing.
It ain't worth shit because the way the system has why do you think this automation thing is becoming very, very popular? Because the system is about to be automated where they don't have to push a button no more. Shit just kicks in.
Yeah.
You see? And the cost of a life is measly, man. People rather save their dog's life. People will jump in front of a car to save a dog than to save a human, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's messed up, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's messed up, man.
You know, the Commonwealth of Virginia, my brother, there are more animal shelters than human shelters. Let me repeat that again. I want the people to hear this in the chat. In Virginia, there are more animal shelters than human shelters. And it's not no mistake either.
Yeah, I mean, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, but I see it's happening. It's happening everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's happening everywhere, you know? And that's why I say, man, black people, we got to get it together, man, because nobody gonna care more than us. We need to stop depending on other people to care more than we do. You know, that doesn't exclude, you know, the system for being at fault for a lot of things, but it's about what we gonna do. Because the system gonna be the system. Mm-hmm. But the only way we can truly combat the system is if we come together and we start to do things collectively. If we don't do that, then hey, what are we really still talking about? Mm-hmm. You know, if that's something that we're not trying to do, you know, even on the smallest level, like supporting each other. Mm-hmm. You know, when a black man asks for donations on YouTube, he's called the goddamn beggar.
Yeah, facts.
You know, you got a little Streamlabs link and you asking people to support you because the content that you putting out there, people will call you a beggar. Mm-hmm. But they don't call white folks beggars. They don't call the Chinese people beggars.
Nope.
You know, they people automatically donate to them because they understand the power of unity. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't, because we so busy goddamn competing with each other. This is why I say collaboration over competition. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that's where the power is. Because, like I'm gonna say this again, the people who run the system that run this world, they're together. And they all have opposing religious ideologies. You know, some of them have different sexual preferences. All the shit that we use to keep us arguing, they take that, put that shit to the side, mm-hmm, and keep their system running. Yeah. Why the hell we can't do that as black people?
Yeah.
Why we gotta worry about because this man is gay, we can't do business with him because he gay or because he's a Muslim? Why? Mm-hmm. You think some of these people up in the government ain't goddamn gay? Mm-hmm. Who cares if they a Christian or a Catholic? Who cares? Why do we keep using these things to hold us back? Mm-hmm. This is why we're nowhere. This is why. Mm-hmm. This is why, bro. So I definitely appreciate you, bro, for letting me get up here and we building like this, bro. I like this shit, man.
I appreciate that. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna do it like often. I'll probably just ease my way in and stuff like that. I just, you know, I feel like, you know, for my birthday, I do. At first, I want to do something funny, but it just for me is something dear to me that I really want to do, and I'm gonna do more about. I'm gonna start doing more, like getting people on the panel besides yourself, and we're going to build and stuff like that. And to me, it's very important that I guess that part of my birthday present is not all about receiving; it's all about giving. And before you get off, I want you to stay on and read this. But Nerle, she said hashtag. Oh yeah, I want you to read my hashtag and copy it down, people. M City, thank you so much. The one who missed it, and you know, whenever it's over, you can see what I make. I'll tell you in a few. But WH2, what happened to that boy 2013? That's facts. What happened to that boy? You know what I mean? And I want, and again, I want you to look at my hashtag. My hashtag, the first, that's part of my, I got 1, 2, 3, I got 4 hashtags, bro. I ain't even know. But first one I put down positive is inner self-worth. Let me say it again. Hashtag positive is inner self-worth. And the next one, hashtag is true wagon. And I want people to copy that down. I just want to see at least about 2 or 3 before we close it out. And we'll read this, my brother, read the names out, make your last of your comments. Then I'll make a last of mine. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me say it again. The Underrated show is back. Me and She Stacy, we're gonna talk about the time tonight or tomorrow. We're gonna be back on tomorrow. Come back to this channel, right? It's gonna be on my brother, co-host She Stay Sleep. We're gonna break it down NBA live, NBA championship. So tell everybody to come, including the people in here. Okay. Also, the midterm elections is approaching. I'm gonna do a live on the midterm elections of our perspective. So if anybody that wants to join the panel, I'm most likely I might have dinner that night while I'm doing the live. So if y'all want to have dinner while we doing the live and everything, don't worry about it. I'm trying my best to, you know, keep the laptop charged up and everything. I gotta keep eye on that. Most likely, you know, I'm gonna turn it to, because the TV's in the bedroom. So most likely I'm gonna turn the sound up. So y'all can hear it too, and turn it on too. So this is a now or never midterm elections. I'm talking about for our people. It's now or never. So let's motivate. Let's have discussions about this. But I'm gonna be the one gonna bring it up. God's willing, I'm around. You know, my schedule is right. I'm gonna be around doing this and everything. All right, so I want to keep on that. But tomorrow, the Underrated Sports Show is going down on this channel with my brother She Stay Sleep. Let me read everybody out. After I read everybody out, She Stay Sleep gonna say, what do you have to say? Then after I'm gonna say it, and then we gonna close this out. The Queen Sandra Brown, thanks for coming. My brother Q82 TV, thanks for coming, my brother. Come back. Will the Magic Man, my brother, thanks for coming. Quest AKCOG, thanks for coming. Nerlib, my sister, as always, home team all day. Always a pleasure you come, and thanks for your constant support.
Thank you so much. You don't know how much to me that you take time in your busy schedule and come to hear me out. And thank you so much. Other one, and Mitch, thanks for coming. And come back, boy. Come back. Thanks for coming. BJ, thanks for coming. I have a new subscriber, my sister, Niquala09. Thanks for coming. Come back. Support the sister. Look at the support the sister. Subscribe to her. As always, she's Stacy. Thank you. Living Soul Journey. Thanks for coming. And so support the sister. She's a vegetarian, so support her. She makes some good dishes, and also she give out excellent information. So check her out. Sandy Cat 73, same thing. Check her out too. I got some powerful sisters on here too. Why don't y'all check it out? Information, man. Thank you so much for coming. Support the brother. The trolls. Thank you. They should give me that vibe. Let me see. I got everybody. Let me see. Oh, my Trey X. I got 3 nephews. Marlo's Corner, Trey X, Mike Big Boxing. Support their channels. Those are my nephews. Leave them alone. Leave my nephews alone. Or you gotta come from the darkness. The uncle. That's right. John Doe, always a pleasure, brother, to come. Come back. Your presence is definitely appreciated. Layla D, always a pleasure, my sister. Your presence is felt too. Thank you so much. I think I got everybody. I don't think so. I think I missed somebody. Oh, and everybody, thanks for celebrating my birthday today. Y'all definitely made it happen, and it's very much appreciated. I'm sure. Thank you so much for showing your appreciation, family. And I'm sure on Monday, he gave me a birthday tribute. That is very touching. So I want to thanks again. And my sister, as always, Chocolate. Thank you, my sister, as always, for your constant support and your inspiration and your compliments. And it's very, very appreciated. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And she stay asleep. Last remarks. And after that, I will close this out.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the love and support. Make sure y'all definitely support me and my brother, Chef JT, Underrated Darkness. Support Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Go and check me out. Definitely tomorrow, 7 p.m. most likely, we will be doing an Underrated Sports Show. So y'all tune in and get ready for that. And just thank y'all, man. I thank y'all for the support, and continue to support my brother. Like I said, when you get a chance, subscribe to me and check me out, and we'll keep in touch. So I appreciate all the love and support.
Okay, thank you. She stay asleep. I just want to say one thing, family. It's now or never for our people, and even the poor people. Now I'm talking about humanity. Are we going to stand up to the oppressed ones? Are we going to stand up? Let me change that. Are we going to stand up against that? The elite. And I'm not seeing people stop. We got to stop thinking about the Europeans. They got help now of other nationalities. Are we willing to stand up to take our rightfully place on this earth for humanity? That's the question we need to ask tonight. And I urge y'all to pass this out. The two hashtags that I put in, positive, is inner self-worth. Let me repeat that again. Hashtag positive is inner self-worth. The other hashtag is truth wagon. Are we willing to get on the wagon of truth? And I urge y'all, goes for the darkness too. Again, I want to thank y'all again to help me celebrate my birthday week. And all I can say, y'all, stand up for the truth, even though you're going to be by yourself. You will prevail. You will prevail. And always remember this. I'm the well-rounded chef JT. I'm not just chefing in the kitchen. I be chefing up information. Remember that. Recognize my existence. And on that note, I am Ghost.